Okay, I'm a square field with an area of 169 square feet. What's the length of one of my sides, Janae?
13.
13 what?
Feet.
Excellent.
The power of assessment can be summed up into a single statement. Standards are meaningless until you define how to assess them. Consider the following examples of word problems on rates from a 7th grade math class to illustrate this point. The first problem is basic. The units are the same, and the two numbers are simple. The answer, 50, is easily computed. Problem 2 adds more rigor. You have to know that there are 60 minutes in an hour, and that you'd need to divide by 60 minutes to get your answer. Number 3 changes the situation, because now you are not given the amount of time that has passed. You have to determine that variable. The answer is also tricky, because Sean will earn $320 in 4 days, and the student has to know that $300 will be earned on the 4th day, not the day before. Number 4 takes it to another level. It adds other math standards and embeds them in an algebraic context. If 4 different math teachers use these 4 different questions, their students would end up with vastly different mastery of the standards around rates. You see, the assessment defines the rigor. So if standards are meaningless until you define how to assess them, then the assessment is the starting point for teaching, not the end point. Creating a rigorous assessment before starting to teach and teaching towards that rigor is what can drive elevated student achievement. So how do you do that? Start with a basic question on the standard you are teaching. Then look for basic word problems. Then look to places like your state tests for questions that have slightly higher rigor. Then you can look to other state tests that have higher rigor than your own state, and you can also look for college-ready level of rigor. Schools can choose advanced placement or international baccalaureate material, material above grade level, or algebraic integrations as just a few ways to increase the rigor. Once you have established that assessment, now you can ask yourself, what are all the skills and content my students will need in order to master this assessment? This is what gives you the roadmap to plan backwards for rigor. When you do that, your class will start to look like Jesse Rector's class, highlighted by Doug in his book, Teach Like a Champion. You can see the algebra is integrated throughout this oral review.
Excellent. I'm a regular octagon with a side that measures 8x plus 2. What is my perimeter to Mies?
64x plus 16.
Excellent. I am an isosceles triangle, with 2 angles that measure 3x each. What is the measure of my third angle, Anaya?